Hey everyone, well here we are, we're in the shop today. I started recording this, or I did record this 2 times already. I've been having trouble with my GoPro, but I'm still gonna do it. I already shot this twice. You might have some shots that are outside, some shots that are inside, but here we go. Sorry for the bad GoPros. The GoPros are finicky sometimes. I don't know what's going on, but here we are. Giving you guys, some of you guys want to see my bikes. And I can show you my main bikes, like some of my favorite bikes. Some of the bikes I have in my collection. I have about 15 bikes. 5-6 of them still have to be restored. I have them in the back. You're gonna see videos on them soon. But we're gonna start off with my 2023 KTM 300 XCW. This bike I bought it brand new, and it's a hard enduro competition bike. And I got complete custom graphics from Decal Works. They do most of my graphics for me, but this is such a nice bike. When I go do some hard enduro riding, this is the bike that I take, and it's just a great bike. It's a 2-stroke 300 electric start, fuel injected, great bike. This bike is good for running slow obstacles. If you're climbing rocks and logs and going through tough terrain, you want to be on this bike. This bike will handle that with ease. This bike's been a great bike. I really enjoy riding this bike. It's pretty light and doesn't have as much power as the 4-stroke, but she tractors up pretty much anything. And this bike here, like I say, I ride it low to mid-range, tons of torque, great bike. And yeah, you can go to my videos, some of my hard enduro riding, the Millennium Trail. I take this bike when I go there, and it's been a great bike so far. I have no complaints. When you're running high speed or you're going through the sand, she's a bit wobbly. She's not very stable, and I don't like that. I hate hitting whoops with this bike. She's like I said, she's not as stable as the Hondas or the 4-strokes when you're at high speed, but when you're going slow through and you're hopping rocks and logs, she's a beast. She just crawls through everything. Great bike. Now here, if you guys been watching my channel for a while, you know this bike. This is my CRF 450R 22. I did a few reviews on this bike. You can go check that out. This bike has about 40 hours on it now. And this bike here, guys, is a beast. Like, I mean beast. This thing has about 59 or 60 horsepower it's rated at, and it's just a handful on the trails. If you want to scare yourself, you want some adrenaline rush going through your veins, you want to be on this bike. This bike will give it to you. Like I said, crazy bike, awesome bike. This bike here is set up for the trail. I got a full skid plate to cover the linkages. Got the hand guards. I have the carbon fiber tank. I got my own custom graphic kit with my number on it. the Tusk handguards. I like the Tusk handguards. They're pretty wide, a lot of room in behind where my hands can fit, and protect your hands when you're going through the bush. Now here I got the 50th anniversary. This is a 2023 CRF 450R, and this bike is practically brand new. It's got 0.8 hours, less than 1 hour, probably like 40 minutes of riding. And what makes this the 50th anniversary is the year. First of all, 23 makes it 50 years for CRs, and it came with the gold rims, the gold handlebars, blue seats, and the graphics, they read this part out, made it a little different. But this bike here, the videos and pictures do not do this bike justice. When you see this bike in person, man, is it something else. This bike is sexy. One nice looking bike, and she's all original. This bike is practically brand new and all original, just like came off the showroom floor, and it's gonna stay that way. Now here, guys, I got my 2024 CRF 450 RWE. This is the Works Edition, the redhead. It's got Works Edition carved into the cylinder. It's got pretty much upgraded everything. And if you guys don't know what a Works Edition is, go to my video, 2024 CRF Works Edition review, and I'll explain to you everything about this bike, how it came from the factory, what you got to do to get one, because this is pretty much a factory Honda rider bike. That means all the pros, racers, get this on special order. You can't just walk into a Honda and buy one unless they happen to have one on the floor, and the only way they have one on the floor is if someone backed out of their deal, which happens all the time, and the dealers end up with it. So this is a nice bike. Gonna be riding this summer. I still have some more reviews to do on this. I've only took it out once. This bike has 2 hours on it, and yeah, stay tuned for those videos. Here, guys, here's my 1994 CR500. This bike here was completely restored. I finished this, I believe, last year in May. And this is a complete frame off restoration. Every nut and bolt was either replaced or restored. This bike here puts smiles from one ear to the other on your face. This is a great handling bike. I got the 2007 CRF front forks front end on it. I got the Warp 9 rims, and I put on FMF Fatty Pipe Gold Series. And guys, this thing here rocks. This is a nice bike. If you're looking to scare yourself, you want to ride this. You can go to my videos and see the day that we took it out. I let all the guys ride it, and we tested it out. And honestly, guys, she didn't miss a beat all day. Here I have a 1997 KX250, all original. This bike has not been restored. This bike is all original. except for the graphics, I found them and I put them on. But this bike is all original. It's got a fresh engine, was just rebuilt. It's not even broken in yet. I put it through a few heat cycles. That's about it. The suspension was done by Pro Action, front and rear. Not too many hours on the new suspension. I bought this bike off a 70-year-old gentleman, really nice man, who has a collection of bikes himself. He restores bikes, and he bought this for his son when his son was 13 years old, and he's had it ever since. And he also worked at Kawasaki, so he bought this when he was working at Kawasaki, and he just kept up with it. And this bike here is in great condition for all original parts. Like even that pipe, it's got a couple dings at the bottom, but it's all original. What a great machine. When I get on this thing, I rode it a couple times around the farm. This thing feels brand new. Like this guy here really knew how to take care of this bike. And this is one nice bike, guys. And here, I got my 2021 KX450. I bought this off a local guy. And when I bought it, it was completely stock. But I put on the 97 graphic kit. I had it designed custom from Decal Works. I called them up and they did exactly what I wanted. That seat is all custom, beautiful, came out so nice. They're actually put this graphic kit and seat into production right after I got it. So it's probably selling right now, which is great. But this is one sexy machine. I actually took it out before I did all this work to it, and this thing here runs great, guys. But I will be taking it out. I will be doing a video on it, so you guys stay tuned for that video. We're gonna do a full review on this 2021 KX450. And this is not the X, this is the F. This is the race version. And we're gonna compare it to the CRFs. We're gonna compare it to the CRFs and see how they are. I already have a basic idea, but like I said, we're gonna ride it out. We're gonna get a full review on it, because I only have maybe a couple hours of riding on it, and this thing here only has 20 hours. Another great machine. And here, guys, I got my 1990 KX125. I finished restoring this last fall, and this bike here, I built it for the Broke to Build contest, which unfortunately I didn't make it on time because this bike just gave me problems in every which way. But she's done. She looks great. This is one nice looking bike, and I pulled out all the stops on this bike, and she is sexy. If you guys watch my channel, you know this bike, you've seen this bike, and it's just a great bike, guys. Another brand new bike. This bike is like better than new. Now here, guys, this is one of my favorites here. Probably my favorite bike out of the whole collection. This is a 2024 CRF 450 RX, and like I said, it's got my graphic kit. Like I said, I've been riding it, so it's pretty dirty. I usually keep it more cleaner than this, but I've been putting around the farm with it, and this bike is nice. This bike has 5.8 hours, almost 6 hours, not even broken in yet. This is the RX, guys. The RX is pretty much same as an R, but you get bigger tank, 18-inch rear wheel. You get different mapping with this, a little bit more calm to ride the trail and single trail. I added on a fan right there. I installed a new fan, so when I go slow, she don't overheat. The suspension is a little softer than the R, so it's easier on the trails. And like I said, put my graphic kit on it. I added this skid plate, and this bike here just feels amazing, guys. This is one of my favorite riding bikes here, and honestly, I wouldn't hesitate to take this bike anywhere. I'll take it to the track, I take it to the trails, I'll take it to the hard and middle trails. This thing will just do it all. This is one sick bike. If you're looking for a bike, guys, to ride trail, track, anywhere, look at the RX. This bike is really underestimated, and even with the softer suspension that it has, for novice riders like myself and most people out there, this suspension probably works better for most people, even on the track. It's an amazing bike. They're all amazing bikes, but this one here, guys, like I said, one of my favorites of the whole collection. And this one here, I'd probably be riding it most. Like I said, I wouldn't hesitate to take this anywhere. So guys, these are some of the bikes I have. Got a few more in the back, but you got to stay tuned to watch those. I'll be putting a few of those on the channel soon. And this is it. These are my favorite bikes. Yeah, I don't have one. I got 10. All right, guys, stay tuned. Springtime trails are going to be open in a couple weeks, so stay tuned. We're going to be doing some riding, building, some maintenance, and I'll see you guys soon. See you later, guys.